Or it could have been just a fun thing they did on the weekend.
True.
It's all just rumors. You never know.
It's a Matt Ward thing.
Yeah.
I don't agree with the rumors. I mean, not the rumors, the allies. I think if you're going to pick a codex, you pick that codex, and that's your army.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to completely ignore the weaknesses of your book just because of this fluff-based chart that lets them ally with Grey Knights, so you just take Psy Cannons and everything's okay.
Yeah. Broadsides being backed up by Thunderhammer Stormshield Terminators would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Gotta admit that, though. It's not power armor, it's Terminator armor.
Save that for Apocalypse. You know, that doesn't. That kind of stuff doesn't belong in regular games. In my opinion, I don't know. The Allies thing is a little bunk.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit crazy.
Yep.
What else was there in 6th edition? Anything else pending on there? The Psychic Powers. We got the Force Sword.
We covered most of the 6th edition stuff.
Yeah. And
the battlefield, the random battlefield effects.
Oh yeah,
because everybody loves fantasy forests.
Yeah. You don't know what forest you're going into until you roll for it, and why would you want to go into the forest anyway?
You got a forest. You put your Kroot in there, then the Kroot get eaten by the forest.
That would never happen.
That sounds like a good forest.
That does not sound like a Kroot forest that they would just voluntarily go into either.
Yeah.
Catachans eaten by the forest.
Yeah, Catachans, they don't get eaten by forests.
There's good kinds of random and there's bad kinds of random in games.
And that's
definitely one of the bad ones.
That would be classified as a third, which would be terrible kind of random.
Yeah.
We don't need randomized terrain where a building could all of a sudden crumble on you. We don't need that kind of stuff.
We don't need that. We don't need models to die for no reason. And if there's a chance our guys will die, we should know what's actually possible instead of, I hope I don't roll that 6.
Yeah, and then the force becomes man-eaters, and then
the good thing you guys don't
half your squad.
So that happens quite a bit in my codex.
I also really dislike that some armies, some of the rumors say, are going to be able to buy and bring types of terrain, like ruins or buildings or whatever, because I feel like a lot of the thing that makes 40K really unique is you'll almost never play on the same board twice, and if you can buy a ruin and bring it with you, and every single game you just sit in that same ruin, it's going to be the same game over and over, and I think it's not going to be an enjoyable experience for either player. You'll just get bored of it.
Yeah. And you would know if there's a certain terrain feature that helps you out. You're going to see it in every game, every codex, and you're just like, okay, I know what.
When you make it yourself, you're going to model it to your advantage, kind of a thing.
Yeah,
it's going to open the whole can of worms for that.
Yeah, that's another issue that you don't want to deal with.
Let's see, what else was there? There was, did we do wound allocation yet? That weird closest to whatever gets hit first?
I mean, they definitely need to make some kind of change to it because it's absolutely preposterous that shooting more at units causes them to die less.
Yeah.
I wish they would just use the...
It should go back to you take 10 armor saves, you roll 10 dice, and you pick up however many models die. There's no wound allocation.
Well,
because obviously
I don't like that. I don't like that because
if you have a tactical squad, obviously everybody's going to be trained to use a plasma gun, so he's going to be the last guy to go.
Yeah, but what if the plasma gun is the gun that... What if they shoot the plasma gun and it explodes on the guy? What if the gun overheats and kills the guy?
The ammo overheats. They just put a new ammo clip in.
Yeah,
since this is all, abstract, you can't use an abstract fluff argument because your opponent can make the same kind of argument back that says, oh, what if he accidentally dropped the plasma gun down a bottomless hole?
But then
they send the red shirt down.
If you get to the wound allocation to where whoever you can see dies, then you're going to be seeing like the one Space Marine and everybody else is behind him, and you do 10 wounds and that one Space Marine dies.
No, I think the way that the rumor is supposed to be read is you have to remove the guys that are within range first, but you'll still do the rest of the wounds. So if you do 10 wounds and you kill 5 guys, but only 2 are in range, those 2 have to die, but your opponent has to pull 3 more guys.
Yeah.
I think that's how the rumor is. That's how I understand the rumor.
This almost leads back into that old sniping of guys.
It's not a perfect rumor, but it's better than what we have now because you don't get punished for shooting people.
That would be a cool,
there's still some control over what dies, But as the owning player, if you really need to keep that Power Fist alive, you keep him in the back, and you can be reasonably. You'll get to choose when he dies, but your opponent still has the ability to affect that.
Yeah.
So it's not perfect, but it's a balance, and it fixes one of the big gripes I had with 5th edition. So I'll at least give it that one a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's good because then people are stacking like, the 3 plasma gun shots into the flamer, and he's gonna die 3 times, and everybody else gets a save.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta. Yeah, they need to do something about that.
I agree. All right.
Okay. So we're coming up on the 1 hour mark, and I think we can touch up on one more topic before we call it. The only other topic, it's really kind of a small topic to tell you the truth, is that GW is actually incorporating their codexes and some of their painting and articles into the iBook section of Apple.
Because fuck everybody who doesn't own an Apple product.
Yes. So,
And
I mean...
are you getting it for a fee or is it free?
Oh, no, don't worry. This costs well more than your codex.
Oh, yeah, this is going to cost money, for sure.
I believe it's $45 for the Space Marine one, which comes with the Space Marine Codex and some painting tips.
I think I'm going to pass on both of those.
I think the problem is that they put their price point way too high. And I hate to say it, but anybody who already wanted these things on their iPod already downloaded the Codex and did it themselves. So if this had been like a $10 or $15 service, something so they could have the Codex, but it should be cheaper because it's not the actual physical Codex.
Yeah.
It should be twice as expensive. That doesn't make any sense.
Or
they should have made it.
They could have done is you have to pay like a membership fee every month. You pay like $5 and you can get access to whatever you want. So they're always making money, but then you always have it there for you.
That would actually be a really smart business plan. They make it like a $5 subscription, and it just has all of it. All the codexes, all the FAQs, and then maybe for an additional fee, you could get the white dwarfs on it. I think that would be a really good service, but what is it, $42 for the Space Marine Codex on the iPad.
Yeah, don't forget tax, though, too.
Yeah, you could buy it off the shelf right now for $33. So you're saving about $15.
I don't know about that. Didn't they just have a price increase?
No, it's $33. That is with the increase. It's still ridiculous. $33. That used to be a Rhino.
Yeah, I remember when codexes were $20.
That was the day when Rhinos were $15.
The thing I don't like with what they did with iBooks and stuff like that is that they went with the opposite structure with how ebooks are actually incorporated into the digital set. Is that normally the digital book is actually going to be cheaper because you're getting past all these different middlemen fees. So like publications, writing the book, all the graphic arts that are supposed to be inside the book. I mean, you're getting past all that stuff and printing that stuff out. So you're bypassing all those fees, so you don't need the higher price.
Yeah, they're trying to recoup the money right away, which is pretty bad because you'd get more people if you lowered the cost. The whole subscription thing, you'd get way more people doing that rather than just buying it at once.
Yeah, and it's a continuous revenue stream.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to worry about it because that one guy is going to pay $5 every month. So that's $60 a year, and that's great. Oh man, the Storm Raven $82.50. Wow.
Priest thing, I think, is another conversation for another day.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is. It's just ridiculous.
It looks like we're heading up to our 60-minute. We got about 60 seconds here. So, any last words before we sign off?
Space Marines suck.
Space Marines suck. Coming from the Tau guy. All right. Well, for me, thank you everybody for listening to our podcast. San Diego 40K.
Signing off.
Signing off. Have a nice
Courage
day.
and honor.
Oh, yeah.
Papa Smurf.
Papa Smurf.
Later, good.
All right.
All that jazz.
Have a good night.